Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's vlog. Today's vlog is quite heavy. It's where Magnolia gets her tongue cut. So if you want to see what happens, how that process works, and everything involved, stick around. Before we get started with today's vlog, I want to share something with you that is absolutely awesome, and that is this photo right here. This was done by Alicia Wood. I want to share this with you guys because she is an awesome girl. We've been talking back and forth a little bit, and she is going through IVF, and all the profits from everything she sells on her Etsy shop goes to her IVF. And most of us know that IVF is super expensive. And when you think you've got everything covered, there's another bill out of nowhere for $1,000 worth of medicine. So guys, what we're gonna do is try to invest in her a little bit and try to show our appreciation. So if you guys want a photo like this of your family, all you have to do is leave a comment below and be subscribed and let us know that you want one of these photos, and we're gonna give away one of these to one lucky person out there and try to help Alicia Wood out. And we suggest and hope that you go out there and help her as well. Her link will be below, and let's invest in her and invest in people who are doing good things, trying to create families. Alicia, we appreciate everything you've done for us, and we hope that your IVF is super successful and you're able to have the family that you want. Okay, let's start the vlog.
So the biggest question that we get is, when is Magnolia gonna be off oxygen? She's a little fussy right now, but baby girl, she has been off oxygen for like 3 or 4 days. It's not official yet because she has to do an overnight test, and they just dropped off the monitor for that. So we will be doing that with her tonight. She is really fussy right now because she cannot eat, because we're gonna go get her tongue clipped today, and her appointment's at 1, and she can't eat 2 hours before the appointment, and it's almost 12 o'clock, so she can't eat, and she's mad about it. But as soon as they clip it, we'll be able to feed her. So hopefully she'll just go to sleep in the car. She usually does sleep in the car, so whew. I'm just gonna get her bottles ready, and then we will be on our way to our appointment.
We've been standing on the edge of it, stuck in circles, overthinking it, meet in the middle, too afraid to take the first step, cause it just might break. Why don't we just say what we wanna? We could be honest about the way we've been feeling things for each other. I wanna feel you fall in love.
Alright guys, so we are here, we are at the doctor's office, and she is so hungry. They said that she can't eat before she comes, which we're not really happy about, but obviously that's the thing. So we're just ready, we got the bottle ready, we're just ready for that clip, and hopefully she heals super fast and we get to feed her right away. It has not been a pleasant experience. I'll tell you all about it coming up in just a minute.
There's a light in your eyes, brings me every night and always. Real love is never perfect, but through it all it's worth it. We'll last through anything. My light, my evergreen, all my days you make better. Any storm or any weather, we'll stand through anything. My love, my evergreen.
Hey, what's up guys? We're back home. We just fed her. This is her second bottle, and I want you guys to be able to see the difference in her tongue tie. She has it lifted right now because she's crying, so let's see if we can check this out. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can see a difference. That black stuff is the numbing product that they used on her tongue, and the white stuff is also something that they used on her tongue. And so I'm going to tell you all about the process because I stayed in there with her, but she's not too happy right now. She's trying to push some toots out, so I'll come back in just a second.
And I will rise up. I will rise. The world can take and bruise and break, but I will rise. Morning comes, the storm is gone. There's wreckage on the shore, and those who come to rebuild it all show us now what love is for. I will rise up.
Guys, I'll tell you, the first time I saw Magnolia cry, actually real tears, it broke my heart. It was probably the worst day in a long time. I'll rest that right there and just kind of tell you guys about this morning and what happened. Well, first off, let's rewind before that. You guys know that I tried for like 2.5 weeks to call in like every day and get the appointment moved up. Everyone knows, you saw the video, her tongue tie is a huge issue. So I called for like 2 weeks straight every day. I even sat there with Magnolia on the phone crying, hoping they had some type of sympathy, and absolutely not. Well, I also called around other places, but other places wouldn't be able to take us till after today. Long story short, I called them yesterday, and everyone has been telling me that they do it with a laser. Everyone has, like even the NICU, other parents, everyone's been telling me they do it with a laser. So I called them yesterday just to confirm our appointment to make sure. I was like, I do not want to show up and you guys be like, oh no, never mind, let's reschedule it. No, I call and I asked them, I was like, well, let me just check. Do you guys do it with a laser? And no, they don't. They don't do it with laser. So I was a little upset about that, but in all honesty, I asked the doctor about it, and he said that the reason they don't is because the cost to the patient, and also there's no proof that it does like a better job or anything like that. Like the statistics for better outcomes are really, it's not there. So anyway, that was what they said. Anyway, she's not able to eat 2 hours before she goes in. She eats at 9 a.m., right? So she finishes around 9:45 or so, because that's how long feeding her is taking these days. 9:45, we get in there at 12:30. 1 o'clock rolls around and no one's called us back. And something that happens with me when Magnolia's in pain or she's upset and stuff like that, I get upset and I get really defensive and I get really like, I turn into a mild jerk, honestly. I really do. I just get really kind of angry. And so I was talking to the people, I was like, what is going on? You know, everyone knew that we have this appointment at 1 o'clock And my baby's out here in the waiting room crying her eyes out because you won't let us feed them. And I understand why we can't feed her, because, you know, what if there's some reaction or whatever and she ends up throwing up everything? Okay, I understand, I get it. But at least let's start on time and be on time. This is me calm now. This is me like calm down after hours. We get in there and I'm not really sure, like through the conversation, I'm not really sure, are we going to clip this tongue today or are we not? He said, yes, if you want to do it today, we'll do it today. And I was like, yes, that's why I came here. I came here to get it clipped at 1 o'clock and it's now 1 probably 30 or so. There's no clipping involved. Now, when people tell you, oh, it's super simple, it's super quick, they just go in there and snip, snip, snip. No, there's no snip, snip, snip. It's, they go in there and strap her down to a board, which you saw. They strap her down to a board and then they like hold her head. 2 grown women hold her head still while another one like lifts up her gums and down her lip. And they put this like this metal thing in her mouth to hold her tongue back. It looks like an upside down kind of heart, like that. And it holds her tongue back, and then they clamp it. The little piece under her tongue, I don't know what it's called, but they clamp it, okay, and they hold it clamped for like a minute after they've numbed it. After, I mean, she's crying like crazy now because she's hungry and she's getting messed with and she's got this nasty stuff in her mouth, okay? So they clamp the sucker for a minute, for an entire minute. And then after they clamp it, they go in there with these large scissors and like cut away at it, like cut, cut, cut. And then they go in there with little bitty teeny tiny scissors and like snip off what they've cut. So there's no like, oh, it just goes in and gets snipped, you know, no big deal. No, it is a big deal. And it was traumatizing to me, much less her. So thank God that we got it done sooner than later, and hopefully she won't remember this. But at the same time, I mean, as a foster parent, we really understand and believe in traumatizing children at a young age. Like, we know it exists. We know we've seen the studies. Traumatic births are a huge issue, and she had a traumatic birth. A lot of the other families in the NICU had a traumatic birth. It's still traumatizing. Now, will she get over it? Probably. Will she be fine from it? Probably. Most likely. Like 98% sure. But for right now, in this very moment, it is like the worst experience she's ever had in her entire life. I would say this is probably worse than getting an IV stuck in her head or getting her foot poked and squeezed out the blood. I watched that one time too. Anyway, they did the bottom and then they went up and did the top too. So they cut up top there and they cut in the bottom. And like I said, there's no snipping to it. I stayed calm, I stayed in the room because I wanted her to have at least one of us in the room. I hope you don't get upset at me for showing it. I want you to see what it actually is and what it actually looks like and what she actually has to go through. And I want her to be able to see one day how freaking tough she is. This girl, let me tell you, this girl right here is tougher than 10 men put together. She's tougher than me by a long shot. I would have probably fainted if someone came in and started clipping on my tongue, okay? So this girl is tough as nails. And one day, she, like I said on Instagram, and if you don't follow us on Instagram, you totally should. One day, she's just gonna take life by the neck and show it who's boss. I don't see this girl getting pushed around by anyone, and I love that.
And Magnolia is doing good. Say, hey, baby girl. I could not be in there in the room when they did that. I just couldn't like stand there because she was like strapped down to this board. Like it was like a long like hard board and they strapped her down to it and I just couldn't do it. I could like hear her crying out there outside the room and it was not fun. And now I feel even worse because she looks like I say she looks like a zombie baby because the tip of her tongue is black because whatever like chemical they use to help stop the bleeding turns like your tongue black and it's really creepy looking. I do not like it. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah, so her tongue is now fixed and we went to the doctor's for her eye, and we have to go get an ultrasound done on it. So her ultrasound is going to be next Friday. For you guys, I think it's going to be this Friday. It's not coming Friday. I hope it's a hemangioma under the skin. It's either one of two things. It's either a hemangioma under the skin, which is like a blood tumor, is what the doctor said. If it is that, then she's just going to be on medication to make it go away. And if it's not, if it's a cyst, she'll have to have it like surgically removed. So I really hope it's a hemangioma. I wanted to show you guys really quickly Magnolia's super cute outfit she has on today. I absolutely love it. Okay, well don't be sad. I'm going to show you your outfit. She's Minnie Mouse. Look at that cute outfit. And she has on her special little shoes. Look at your shoes. These are from Parker and Posie. She is on Etsy, and she sells these super cute shoes. And she can even do custom ones, like with the baby's name on them, which we have a pair of those as well. But I just love these Mickey Mouse shoes. So adorable. We will leave a link for Parker and Posie down in the description. Here you go. There you go.
Alright guys, so what we have to do is we have to clean out her mouth up to 3 times a day, and what that means is we have to rub our fingers around the upper part and the bottom part. But on top of that, because we were already having to stretch out her lips, the occupational therapist has us stretching out her lips, so we're just going to go ahead and take care of it all right now. So we're going to stretch out her lips and rub up and down and under her tongue and stuff like that, because what they said is that if you don't do that, it can flatten, and that would cause an even worse problem. It would fuse back together, so that is no bueno.
I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification if you haven't already, and leave a happy, friendly comment below. We'll see you guys next time. Bye! Can you say bye, baby girl? Bye-bye. Bye-bye.